Hi, welcome to a little overview of my AICE Environmental Management class. I am Andy Harshman, and I teach your kids this class in preparation, of course, for an AICE exam at the end of the year. I just wanted to go over a few things that we're going to be using this year. I am posting this video on Blackboard. However, we will not use Blackboard at all in this class. We'll be using Microsoft Teams, and that's what you can see in front of me right here on the screen is Microsoft Teams. And so just a quick overview of the tools that are on there and the things that your kids will be using in there. So whichever period they're in, they click on it. Their view may be a little bit different than my view, but just there's a few items I wanted the parents aware especially of so that you can check on it, especially if your student is out of school for a week or more, or maybe even just a few days. There are things on here that help them keep, as long as they're able to, keep up with the class while they're out. And those would be located under Files on the Microsoft Teams. Of course, I'm sorry, they can get to Microsoft Teams. All of your students know how to get there. But they can get to Microsoft Teams through Office 365, through their My Sarasota County Schools account. It's really easy to get there. Please ask them if you don't know how to get there. Anyway, under there, under Files is Calendars, and I will upload calendars each week in there so that the students know what's in there. Currently, we're in week 4. And you can see that on the calendar, once it opens up, we had the exam on Monday. We went over it on Tuesday, and then we're doing a year-long field lab. Part of what AICE requires is that the students know how to do field testing in terms of measuring biodiversity and different techniques for that. So we'll be going out and doing that, and that'll be in this book that I give them in class. However, I do have a copy of this book on Files on Teams if anybody's been out for this week. If they are out during a measuring day for that, that's totally fine. They'll be in groups. They can get the data when they come back. If they're doing calculations that day, that's something they can do at home. But definitely getting caught up. I'm very lenient with how much time I give them to make things up. I understand different situations, especially going through COVID and stuff like that. We're going to have different situations. So I'm pretty lenient with making sure makeup work is counted. Now, that being said, I don't get a notification every time something's turned in late. So I'd like to point you guys all up here on the top of my Teams to the late assignment notification. All your students should know how to use this. I told them in class. However, they click this. It's a form. They fill it out, the class, last name, first name, period, the assignment they missed, why it was late, was an excused absence, and where they turned in the assignment. If it's a late assignment, they submit that. That gives me a notification, lets me know that there's a late assignment in there that I need to go grade and put in the grade book. So that's how they can get to that for me. As far as other assignments, there will be assignments on Teams. They just click the assignment tab on Teams. If it's on the calendar, it'll be in here. And it should go fairly well. Basically, what the class is about the environment. It's about protection and management of the environment to ensure human survival. So there's lots of different categories that we'll be going to. We'll be looking at a lot of stuff with water. We'll be looking at a lot of stuff with the land and with biodiversity. We'll be looking at pollution, of course, and all kinds of different topics. We'll look at them through different lenses and look at the best ways to be able to manage the environment to, of course, ensure that our way of life is able to continue. It's a good field. There's a lot of jobs for it in the future. And it's super important, and we have a good time with it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me through email, through calling the school and asking for my extension, whatever you need, and I'll be sure to answer any questions. Nice to meet you all.